This, my friends, is the JLab JBuds Air Pro. It's 60 bucks, believe it or not, and it packs some features that might surprise you. However, don't be fooled by the Pro part of the name because it doesn't have active noise cancellation, unlike a lot of models out there with the same moniker. But I repeat, some of the features that it does have are pretty tight, guys. If you're looking for a good sounding, strong performing, low cost, low maintenance, built for tough set of earphones, these JBuds might be it. So let's get it after these messages that way. In case you didn't know, I did a full-on unboxing of this thing if you want to check out more of the specs or have a close-up look of the earbud or the case, and I'll link it up above. But some of the main things to pay attention here are AAC and SBC support through Bluetooth 5.1 with 3 built-in EQ presets. You cycle through them with the touch controls. And it's not often that you find multi-point Bluetooth connection as well as wear detection for $60, guys, but here they are. There's IP55 water dust resistance. Battery life is a total beast mode as well. The factory quotes it at like 9 hours, but I was able to eke out 9.4 hours at 65% volume. With transparency mode on, just in case you're wondering, listening time is a still healthy 8.6 hours. And since we're here, let's do the shake test. The lid doesn't lock in place, so thumbs down a little bit to that, but let's test this, keep it open. Yeah, total fail. So the reason why I do these kind of things is in case you drop this on the floor, I want to find out if the earbuds go flying everywhere. And in this case, yeah, the magnets are kind of weak sauce. You know what? I totally messed up. I did one take where I ran a lot and I didn't press record. Anyways, you're gonna see what I mean in a second. So we have playing right now Lady Ray doing Under the Sun. It's a perfect song for this kind of weather. The sun is shining, but it's so green. And it's only 68 degrees. Oh, that's my favorite. But anyways, these JBuds Air Pros have Bluetooth 5.1. I'm so out of breath. Yeah, anyways, these things should last on paper anyways, around 30 to 33 feet. There's the phone at the end of my deck right there, in case you're doubting me. But in the real world, they usually last, at least with my Pixel 6 and these, they should last around 40 plus feet before we start having any kind of signal issues. Should be right around here. Yep, this is around 44, 45 feet. That's when I just got a dropout. I'm gonna keep walking just for fun. This is all anecdotal, guys. I just want to find out when these completely disconnect. Thank you for joining me today. It's really beautiful out. It looks like it might rain at some point today. I'm gonna run out to the street because there's nobody. In the middle of the street. It's still playing, just barely. It's unintelligible. Oh, just got a cutout. Just said, hey, there's nothing at all. But I'm gonna walk until we're back in range and see if these things continue playing. Most of them don't, but it's also, again, just for fun. You can see the fit of these in my ears. I did mention earlier they're kind of thick. And my guess is if you perform any kind, we're back in range, music is not playing. Okay, media is playing again. I'm gonna run. Okay, I'm so worn out. I do a few reviews each time, so a few earbuds each time. So imagine me doing this every take, because I'm usually not happy with just one take. And so this is probably like the third earbud, and like 2 or 3 takes each time. These things wobble a little bit, especially when I'm talking. If you use these for any kind of workout that does a lot of jaw movements, you will slowly try to push the earbuds out. And this is normal. This is not just for the JLabs. This is common for everybody for the most part, unless you have like ear fins or something. But that is it for this segment. Let's move on to back to the road again and check out the mics on these and how well they do for phone calls. So remember, these things have 2 mics per side. Here comes a whole bunch of cars. You can hear while I'm talking how these things handle noise suppression. As it is, my voice is already, here comes a motorcycle. You can get a good look at this one. But my voice is kind of tinny. There's not much bass, and when noise comes through or sound comes through and the algorithm tries to work it out, oh man, it's like you're underwater in it. So not too hot. 2 mics handling it could be better. If you're using these, goes without saying pretty much, if you use these in a quiet environment, they're perfectly fine. But as it is, here comes some more cars. Actually, let me head back out to the road. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. How do these sound? Here comes another car, another one coming the other way too. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Person was looking at me funny. I'm guessing this, since this is Maine, they're still not used to seeing an Asian in this part of town. They're like, you belong in a Chinese restaurant. What you doing out here not doing anything? But I'm Asian, I'm holding a camera. We take pictures of everything. Anyways, that's just one bad joke after another. Let's head back to the studios. The sound quality on these things is inoffensive, I'll tell you what. And I don't mean the usual trope of, oh, it sounds good for the price, that kind of thing. I mean inoffensive here as in like, sure, it's not going to excite audiophiles, but it's definitely not going to piss people off for wishing they had spent their $60 elsewhere, that kind of thing. And there's a surprising amount of detail and amplification, especially in the lows and the highs, which means this is a V-shaped sound profile, which also means that the JBuds are ideal when you need to get in the zone during workout sessions like in a noisy gym or by a busy street. However, if you're looking for a set of absolute bass thumpers, these ain't it though. The transparency, or be aware mode as JLab likes to call it, is not the most natural sounding on the market, but the way the sound is piped into your ears is actually one of the more encompassing iterations I've experienced so far. Because like in other earphones and headphones, they allow in this narrow band of frequencies all in the name of focusing on voices, which is really what pass-through is all about, right? But they end up sounding like you're hearing things through a funnel or like you're underwater or something. The JLabs, on the other hand, they give you more of a surround sound kind of feeling, which I really appreciate. Let's not forget that this brings a lot to the table for only 60 bucks. The price to feature ratio is really commendable here, especially when you get things like Be Aware and multi-point and wear detection. Now, a couple of things. The first one is touch controls, but I do want to clarify that in of itself, the touch controls, there's nothing wrong with them. The entire touch area is responsive and it does exactly what you want it to, like 8 out of 10 times, which is really good for this kind of tech. But what I don't like is because the seal on these things are so effective, each tap of the controls like reverberates through my ear and becomes really grating, really exhausting, almost like immediately. And I've ended up many times using my phone just to make adjustments instead. Why JLab decided that USB-A instead of USB-C cables is the way to go here is beyond me. Maybe they're using up old stock, perhaps, or maybe they accidentally referred to a survey from 2014, back when USB-A was still hot stuff. That would make sense. But at least there's one minor plus I notice is that the USB-A cable used here is unidirectional, which means you don't have to worry about which direction or which side up you're inserting the cable into, just like USB-C. You know, we are indeed a blessed bunch of people living on this planet with so many blessings that we take for granted oftentimes. And part of this impression is thanks in small part, just a small part, to wonderfully affordable earphones like these JBuds. It's 60 bucks for crying out loud. Like in this case, it offers up good sound, good comfort, multi-point Bluetooth connection, wear detection, and monster battery life. And the only other $60 earphones that come close to these things in recent memory anyway are like the Soundpeats T2 and the Mini Pro. And both of those lack the headlining features of the JBuds, but do offer active noise cancellation that some of you may prefer that the JLab omits. And by the way, JLab, this is a great update, but next time can we just have USB-C already? But anyways, with all that said, I'm giving the JLab JBuds Air Pro a GearUP score of 7.8 out of 10, and this is how I broke it down to get the final score. If you have any questions about it, feel free to comment down below. It really means a lot to me that you're watching this video right now, guys. Thank you so much, because you could have been doing something else like, you know, shopping or watching another video or working, but you're here. So thank you again, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Show your support, help me to get to 25-50K. That'll be super awesome, and share this with your friends. And remember to thumbs up if you like this video and comment nicely down below, and thumbs down. Thumbs down simple one today to all the wars and the shootings that are going around. And I don't just mean school shootings, just daily murders and crime and all like that involve shootings. Thumbs down. Anyways, remember to do something kind and loving for somebody in this world, guys, because guess what? The world needs it more than ever, and it starts with you. I love y'all very much. Peace out, and God bless.